All right, I think I'm live, but what's going on here? Where are we at? Hold on, guys. I'm getting the hang of it. See, I spent all night messing with this. Okay. There we go. Got it. Cool. Put my hat on. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. We're live. Welcome to Breaking the Barriers, where we talk about all the stuff that needs to be talked about, the hard things for people to talk about, and we just have a discussion. And excuse my hair, supposed to get it braided, didn't. It's kind of long, bushy, and stuff. But welcome to the show. I'm bringing my man Patrick. What's up, Patrick? Hey. How you doing, brother? Can't hear you. You there? Can't hear you. Can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me right now? Got to be sure. I'm still learning, guys. Bear with me. Can't hear Patrick. You're the only one, Patrick, that can't be heard. Is your mic muted? Why don't you just go out and come back in? I think your mic might be muted. There we go. Okay. Patrick will be back. But yeah, we got some interesting topics to talk about today. One of which we're going to talk about is the Seattle thing. That's the main thing, which, by the way, we'll be shooting out to Seattle. You guys be ready for that. It's going to be insane. I'm excited for it. Hopefully we could do some there, create some kind of dialogue, impact. Yeah, that's the main thing that we want to do. Also, I found a video that I was going to try to bring the lady in to talk about, but she can't make it in today because of legal things. And yeah, so I see you, Patrick. Give me 1 second, brother. I'm going to bring you right back in. Yeah, so it was a video that circulated right now that I found yesterday night on Facebook. This lady, she was with her friend and she had her babies with her, and she was walking up to the police officer that was talking to her friend. She started talking to the police, and the video was going to show it all. It was insane because after that, I guess she tried to walk away. The police officer came up to her, and, put her on the ground in front of her daughters. In the video, you're saying he has his hand on my neck, and then she said that he had his knee on her neck. You could be the judge of that in the video. Yeah, it's something that I feel like we need to talk about because I feel like on both sides that there was things that could have been done differently. Not saying that the officer's a bad officer, that the lady's a bad lady, or that she's a good lady and he's a good cop. I just want the video to speak for itself. So we're going to get into that discussion on another show. I just wanted to make you guys aware. And if you wanted to look up the video for yourself, her name is Luna Moon, Lunamoon. Look her up. It's a Black Lives Matter in her profile picture. So yeah, you guys might want to look into that. Patrick, you're back.
I'm back, brother. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Man, I'm all right, bro. I can't complain.
Very good.
Put it in my man. Do the man bun thing very quick. Go ahead, Pat. Say what's up to everybody.
Yeah, how's everyone doing? It's been kind of a crazy day. Cash and we've been working on a lot of different stuff.
Yes.
Probably the one thing everybody's aware of, because we posted it in your video earlier today, is we've decided that we're going to go to Seattle. So
go right into the heart of it. Try to get some change going.
The outpouring of support from you guys is absolutely unbelievable. And I know a lot of you guys are worried about our safety and stuff like that. But I can tell you, like, Cash and I aren't worried about it at all. I'm not concerned in any way at all. I think it's going to be really a great opportunity and a chance to do exactly what it is we're talking about doing.
When God be for you, who could be against you?
That's it.
I definitely feel like God is backing this. For everything to be happening the way that it is, it's definitely got to be God behind it. So that's a great thing. The reason why we need to go to Seattle, though, I know you guys are saying to be safe and it's dangerous and all that, but just like Pat was saying earlier when I spoke with him, he's like, that's exactly why we need to go. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why we need to get out there. And plus, we want to get the real. because I don't know what's going on. I'm like you guys. I'm just hearing from different spots, different things. I want to see firsthand. So we're gonna try to get up out there. Hopefully we can, and nothing blocks us. So I'm gonna say, God willing, we will be in Seattle. That's how I'm gonna put that. Moving forward, Pat. Interesting topics. What do you got?
I think we should talk about police brutality. It seems to be what brought all of us together in the first place. Yeah, I think that's a great way to start.
Oh, I like that. We'll use this just like
Yeah, that's nice. I like that too. That's cool.
yeah. So police brutality obviously is a big topic right now in our country. You guys see my standpoint of how I feel about the police that I know personally. I love them. They haven't been no brutal police at all that I know, but I do know some brutal cops. I do know people that have, abused their authority, and that's why it's important for us to get into that video. I was thinking about putting it out today, but she asked me just to wait until next week because she's got, a lawyer on it and all types of stuff. But she is going to be a guest on the show next week. And I think that's going to be a very, very, very interesting show, interesting topic. But yeah, police brutality, it's a real thing. I don't know, you guys in the comments, see, because I want this to be an all-inclusive show, right? Have any of you personally been brutalized by police, or do you get scared when you see the police? Or what is your standpoint as, as civilians, as people, as Americans? How do you feel about the police? That's what I want to know. Pat, how do you feel about the police? How do you get when the police get behind you while we wait for their comments to come in?
Oh, I think I'm like everybody, man. I see a cop behind me, I'm like, oh shit. Like,
right?
Most of you,
like
I don't want the ticket.
Yeah.
And I have a bit of a lead foot, and hate paying
Mhm.
insurance rates. But
Yeah.
no, I don't like it when they're behind me either. I don't think any of us do. It's not a comfortable situation for me. But I can't say that I've ever been brutalized by police. I mean, when I was a teenager, I was a bit of a hellion, and there were some moments that were interesting, but I can honestly say I earned all of those whoopings. So, I mean, I guess that's just how I see it. But like with all these videos that we see coming out now, and obviously a lot of this has to do with, what happened with George Floyd.
Right.
And I'm not one of those people that want to talk about his criminal history or his past or anything like that. In my mind, that cannot happen even one time in a free society.
Exactly.
That was an outrageous event, and there has to be some level of accountability, and we have to do something better. And I think personally, it boils down to training. I think police need to spend a lot more time in school, not only learning about our laws and I mean, I think the police academy is like 13 to 21 weeks, depending on different parts of the country.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that needs to change a little bit. I was listening last night to the Fraternal Order Police president in Chicago, Illinois, right? And he was saying something like that. He believes because they want to make it to where police need to be licensed because barbers have to be licensed, nurses have to be licensed. Anything that you do, you pretty much have to be licensed, right? And yeah, well, he was saying that he thinks that this is just a stunt to where they can fire cops, or they can not fire them, but make them lose their license if if they have a altercation that they have to shoot someone or they get a complaint about police brutality or something like that. Thought it was very interesting. He said he's fighting it tooth and nail. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he said he's going to fight that tooth and nail. Personally, for me, I think my opinion on it, license wouldn't be a bad idea, but at the same time, I think that it needs to be more training and they need to be evaluated probably every year, just like how you would if you're a nurse or a doctor or whatever. You have to be evaluated about every year to make sure you're still up to standard to do your job. And I think that the good cops that are on the force, that would be something good for them because it would save them from the people who may have some sort of like PSD or anger or stress because of the job or whatever it is. I'm definitely not for defunding them. mean, that's a big dude. That's a huge deal. They talking about defund the police. That shit blows my mind. And I'm sorry for cussing. And I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying, but that blows my mind. Defunding the police, really? Like, there's a lot of good guys that are on the force. I've seen videos that people have been sharing with me. In Calumet City, right? The police. They said honk if honk to dance, right? So the people honk and the police this police officer gets out there, man, and he starts shaking it, bro. he starts shaking it, and it was funny as hell. I couldn't help but laugh, and I'm like, that's a good way to get involved in the community. Lady pulls up her car, she gets out, she starts twerking on him. I'm like, well, look at this. You know what I'm saying? This is nice. This is what it needs to be. And I feel like they opened up a way. Definitely, they opened up a big way to be able to communicate with the community, to be able to dialogue with them and see, like, yo, we're not all bad. You know, there's another officer in my inbox. He sent me. I should have downloaded that so I could have shared that with you guys. You needed to see it. He says, okay, I want all the racists and bigot police and whatever kind of police to scroll down. Or no, I want all the good police. That's what he said. I want all the good police to scroll down. Get off this. Scroll down. Scroll down. And after he waited, he said, okay, now that you scroll down and you're not a good cop and you're a racist or whatever you are, he said, I just want you to know that you're a piece of shit and you're a disgrace to the badge and you need to turn in your vest. I'm like, whoa. And this came from a cop and it went viral and they took it down. They deleted his video. They took his video off of Facebook. And I was just like, whoa, you know, that was dope. That was really cool to see, man, that he stood up like that just to, you know, kind of make a change, I guess, to show like, yo, we're not all the same. And yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought that was very interesting.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think anytime you use like blanket terms to classify entire groups of people, you're making a mistake. You know, yeah, there are some bad cops out there for sure. But that doesn't mean all cops are bad. I 100% agree with you that defunding the police is that is a huge mistake. That isn't something I will support at all. I will support the idea of re-education and training, continuing education. It would be nice to see our police spend, 2 or 3 years in a school dedicating to teaching them how to be good police officers.
I agree.
I know that's difficult in the United States because every state is independent of itself, but I think that's something that every single state that should do. I challenge you all to do it, because if you train your police for 2 or 3 years and you pay them properly, and you're going to get what you pay for in that, 2 months isn't enough time. That's just a few months isn't enough time for the police academy. That's not even enough time to learn the laws.
You're right. You're definitely right. I agree. Totally agree. You see what I put up on the screen right there, Lila? I want to hear her opinion because that is interesting. So let's see if we could bring her in. Lila. Oh, nope, no name pops up. Not my friend on Facebook. That sucks. That sucks. I want to bring people into this. I really do. I want people to be brought into this discussion. So I don't know how I would do that without making them a friend. You know what? Maybe I can. I got an idea. So if you want to join into the discussion, I'm going to set some ground rules. Okay. Real quick, because I think I got a surefire way to do this. Okay. Lila, for instance, I'm going to try to bring you in. So what I'm going to need you to do right now, I'm going to post in the comments the link for you to be able to join into my broadcast. Doesn't mean that you're going to be heard just because you join into the broadcast. I got to click on you to be able to bring you in, right? So right now, I'm going to post this link. And anybody that jumps in, I only ask that you try not to cuss too much if you're going to cuss. No smoking, and we will not speak over each other. If that's I don't want to kick you off or ban you from being able to come on here because this is dope and we need to talk. Dialogue. America, So let's do this. You guys ready? Here we go. Paste. And boom. It's in the comment section below. Go on ahead and click that link and you can join in on the discussion right there. Where's it at? Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to find it, guys. It's there. It's there. So let's do this. This is about to get very interesting.
Hey, this is what we got to do. This is what we
I
got to
want to
do.
hear from about how your community is. I want to hear about how your police are. I want to hear about you as a person, how you feel about everything. Let's talk about it all, raw, uncensored. I can tell you what happened in London. Oh, London, London. Miss Connie. Miss Connie is in. Let's see what Miss Connie has to say. All right, Miss Connie, we're bringing you in. You ready? Richard Freeman, I need you to click that link for me, bro. I need you to be in here. Miss Connie. Miss Connie, how are you? Hi, Miss Connie.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine. I think you're just great.
Well, thank
Oh,
you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for saying that. Straight, I think you're great. And I appreciate your support.
I just don't understand what all's going on. It's like the whole world has just went crazy.
I don't hear it,
Yeah.
Cass.
So she said it feels like the whole world is just going crazy. You know, I agree with you. It does. It seems that way, but I think that there's still some hope. I think we should still have faith because look at all of us right now on this coming together to talk about the things that's going on. Where do you stay at, Miss Connie?
I'm outside of Chicago, halfway between Chicago and Rockford.
Okay, you're right, close by where I stay at. And
Yeah.
how do you feel about your community? How is it out there? Are people racist out there? Are the police bad out there? Give me some insight.
I haven't seen any bad cops, and I've been pulled over a couple of times, but
Okay,
it's more countrified out here.
okay,
It's more rural than like downtown Chicago. I won't go downtown Chicago by myself. I won't
I
ride a
hear you.
train by myself.
That's unfortunate. That sucks. Straight up.
So, I mean, I'm a veteran from
Thank
Vietnam,
you. Thank you so much for your service. My papa served.
and so I tried to instill in my kids patriotism, and I really think, in a way, that um, if all these young kids had to go in the military, they would learn real fast that you got to get along. You're part of a team then. If you're all by yourself and you try and do it all by yourself, then you're not going to get nothing done.
You know,
And the mission's going to get dissolved.
yes, ma'am. I agree. That's very very insightful. You know, I spoke with somebody about the immigration, right? The immigration problem that we were having, and I thought that that was a really good idea to maybe have people that they brought over from there or they came over across the border. Instead of just sending them back like the kids and the teenagers and the men and all that, have them serve a little bit of time in the military for them to be able to get their citizenship, like
Yeah,
how other
because
countries do.
I guarantee you, those DIs and stuff, if you get in there and you've got an attitude, they get it out of you real fast, or you
Yeah.
just don't survive. And I'm not saying that in a bad way because it's actually good. You learn how to respect everyone, you know? And just like I always told my kids, there's bad blacks, there's bad whites, there's bad Mexicans, there's bad Chinese, you know? But this tearing down all these symbols and statues and getting rid of all the history books and all this crap, this is all stupid. No one's going to learn anything if you get rid of history.
You're right. I agree. Totally agree 100%. You're definitely right. And I really do appreciate you taking the time to come out here and talk with us.
Well, I'm glad you took me because I'm new at this.
Well, you did
And
great.
being an old lady, it takes me a while.
You don't look a day over 21. Who you lying
Oh,
to?
aren't you sweet? You're just so sweet.
Well, thank you, Miss Connie. I hope you have a great day and God bless you for your words and thank you for your wisdom.
All right. Well, thank you and God bless you guys.
Thank you, Miss Tony.
Because you're trying to do what's right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, bye. You guys
Bye bye.
have a good night. God bless.
Yes. God bless. That was dope.
I don't know
That
what happened. I
was
couldn't hear a
dope.
word she said, but I wish I could have.
She's dope. I love her. She's great. Let's bring in Crystal and hear what she has. Let's go on. All right, Miss Crystal, how are you doing today?
Hey guys, how are you? I am good. How are you?
Doing
We're
good.
good, Crystal. We're good.
Good.
Where you
So
from?
I just want to say, I'm in Arizona, so it's nice and hot here.
Gotcha. How is it out there? What's the situation like out there? Are people going crazy protesting? Is there some racial tension? Is there anything going on like how they show in the news?
So there is. I don't know if y'all seen in when they did the rioting out in Scottsdale, Arizona. They broke into the mall there, and it's a high-end mall because that's where all the like celebrities and athletes and stuff live here in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And so they stole it all, but they're arresting a lot of people for it. The arrests have all been pretty peaceful. I think they're doing one out here. So I don't live in rural Phoenix. I live like on the outskirts of it, so it's kind of all metro. And so they are they're planning another protest tomorrow night. I agree with the defunding police. I haven't gone to any of the protests because I actually both my kids are mixed, and so we have seen some racism on both sides, from my kids' family to just our own, and unfortunately, but I think as far as defunding the, I think we've encountered more good cops. So my son doesn't live the best life. Um, I think that we've encountered more good cops than we have bad cops out there. I mean, we've
I
had
agree.
a call and say, "Hey, him is not doing anything wrong, but he definitely should be driving," and called us and give us a courtesy call. Like that doesn't, you never hear people talk about those things. And we live in a big city, like that stuff in big cities. And I think that we just have seen an overwhelming amount of good cops trying to come out and
I hear you.
try and get to
You're hey Crystal, you're cutting in and out like really bad. I don't know if everybody else can hear you. I
Same for
heard
me.
most of what you were saying, but yeah, that's a very, very dope perspective. And yeah, so it's not really bad. It's not going crazy over there. They're not like looting stores, or they're not.
they did the first night up in Scottsdale, Arizona, but since then we have not had any more problems like that.
No racial tension. People getting along pretty good.
There's racial tension, but not. It's pretty. It's a little more on the countryside out where we're at, and so I would say not as much racial tension. But we we just are. I don't know. We are so laid back, anyways, that we just. I have a hard time being.
I hear
I
you.
don't have racial tension with anybody, so I know it's out there, and there is some, but we're just really trying to like talk to people like you guys, just try
That's
and be
dope.
open about everything.
I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to come on and talk with us.
Thanks. You guys have a good night.
You as
Thank
well.
you. You too.
Bye.
All right. Hello. How are you doing, Miss Missy?
Good. How are you, Cash?
I'm doing well. What you got for us today? Where you from? How is it out there? Are people going crazy? Is it
Well,
just love? How is it?
I'm from Arizona too. I'm
Okay.
about 3 hours away from Phoenix and Tucson, Arizona, the big cities in Arizona. And where I live, it's very rural and it's pretty calm. We had one protest lasted maybe 3 days when it first started happening at the very beginning, and everything was nice and calm. Where I live, there is not a lot of Black people. We do
Mm-hmm.
have some Black people here, but not a lot. But I just wanted to share a story with you guys that's very heartwarming to me, and it's probably gonna start crying trying to tell it. But anyways, about 3 months ago, no, maybe 2 months ago, um, we had a group of teenagers from. I live in a small town called Pima. Next to that town is called Thatcher. Next to that is South. Then you go further on up, it's Duncan, Morenci, and all that, where the big copper mine is at.
Right.
Well, we had three that there was an accident on the way home. They had went down to watch on their way back, and they had
You're cutting in and out, Miss. I'm sorry, Miss Missy, not to cut you off. You're cutting in and out.
Okay, can you hear that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, they were on their way home, and they had a car accident. 3 boys died in that car accident.
Oh.
They were not very far from home, just a home when it happened. And our community, they each were from different schools. Our community came together, all of the towns, and it was so heartwarming. They did so many things. They went, each school, has their own colors, and they went and tied ribbons on every pole everywhere from Pima all the way up to Duncan, which is about a 45-minute drive away. And they tied the different ribbons of each color of the school to represent each boy on all these poles in remembrance of them. They had parades with their vehicles. They were all into automotive. They all had trucks they were working on. They had parades. They had car shows. They did lots of things to do a lot of funding. They sold T-shirts with each student's name was on each T-shirt, each boy's name. And it was just so heartwarming. And it feels like that's how the world needs to be. Come together as one and just love one another and be there for each other.
And that's all we really need to do is that right there. Come together as one. And that's a beautiful way for them to display that. And man, that's the whole point of this. That's the whole gist of what we're trying to do is everybody come together as one.
They did fundraising.
I think
they've made scholarships with that money that they've raised for the fundraisers. They've put scholarships in their sons, the boys' names for the future kids that are into automotive and everything. I mean, it was overwhelming, so overwhelming, and I just
that's good.
Like everything to be that way. And another note, my husband is a police officer. Where we live, it's not real.
Tell him we said thank you.
Yes, I will. It's not too bad, but there is still people even before this started saying that he picked on him for one reason or another. Which my husband is so laid back, it's unbelievable. Like he will stop so many people and give them at least 3 or 4 chances before he ends up giving them a ticket. Because he just believes you.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Real quick, Miss Missy. I got to reply to this. Who is that? Janae Bertlin. She says, yes, but how? How do we come together as one is what I'm thinking she's meaning. How is we stop letting things divide us. We stop letting religion, politics, race, financial status, whatever, geographical location, it doesn't matter. We take all of that out and we just unite as one. And we say, yo, I love you because you're an American and you love me because I'm an American. And then we stop it. And then we figure out how we can make change together. That's what I would say. That's my opinion on it.
Yes.
Miss Missy, I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you so much. And I'm not trying to cut you short or anything like that. It's just we got a long line of people. We got Chuck about to come in, Steve, then Carl, then Lila. Okay. I appreciate you for taking the time out, and I salute your husband. Tell him I said thank you for being part of the solution and being a good cop and not a bad cop. And thank you for taking the time to come on.
Thank you guys for having me on. I love you guys. And thanks for everything you're doing.
We love you too.
So
love
awesome.
you too. You take care, Miss Missy.
You guys too. Be careful out there.
All right.
Hey, Cash, and I think what Missy's story tells us, we talk about that's how the world's supposed to be. Well, that's obviously how it is. That's what happened.
Yes.
When you get away from the media and the narrative that we're being taught, and you get out to the on the people level, that's what you see all the time. We always come together to help each other.
Right.
But yet somehow we've allowed this divisive force to kind of come between us and paint this picture that I don't honestly believe that's true. I don't think we're as divided as they make it sound.
No.
I think if we all come together and hang out and talk, or if you ever needed me, or somebody, or vice versa, I know you'd be there, and
Exactly.
we're gonna stand together. That's just it. And I know a lot of people feel like hope is lost, but that's just one example, one story. What they did for those boys and what they did to change that community. That
Right.
shows you an entire community still has the ability to come together. And that was
Exactly right, bro.
without a movement. We just do
You
it.
are exactly right. So here we go. We're gonna keep on going. Pat, I love hearing you talk, bro. You can talk all day.
Yeah, I love you too, brother.
Yeah, you gotta let the viewers talk. And we're trying to hog up all the. I'm just kidding. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We're bringing in Chuck. Hey, Chuck, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, I'm pretty good. Look, this is what we're gonna have to do, because this is I know this is random. We didn't plan on doing this. We're doing this because we're like, hey, you know what? Let's give everybody a chance to talk. So we're gonna do a 2-minute cap, man. We're gonna give you 2 minutes. Get out, let us know, brother. How is it out there where you are? What do you feel that you can do to bridge the gap, or we can do to bridge the gap, and break down these barriers and come together as a country, man?
All right. Well, I'm out here
Quit being
now.
so stingy with the time, Cash. Give him 3 minutes.
Oh, come on.
I just got it real quick. I'm up here at Graffiti, Arkansas, right outside Bentonville, where the Walmart Carpet office is, and right down the road from Fayetteville, where the University of Arkansas is. So, I mean, we have a very diverse community. So I've run into all sorts. Plus, I've been in the military twice.
Thank you.
So, we learned a long time ago in the military, the only color we see is green. And that's the man next to you, because no matter what color he is, you want him to protect your back, and you're protecting his back. And that's all you care about.
Preach that.
Now, a couple things I want to talk to you about, with the police officers and their training. How come we couldn't have them where the first year of their training, half their time is spent doing community service in the communities they're working in? And I'm going to use a 5-day work week. They could do 3 days with an experienced officer, and then 2 days just going and helping the elderly get to the grocery store, going to youth clubs and playing basketball with the kids, and
great idea.
Letting their communities get to know them.
Yes.
Now, the second thing I want to talk to you about is one I talked to my son about today, and I've been thinking about. Morgan Freeman came out one time about how to end racism. And that's
Stop mentioning it.
Exactly. Quit calling someone a black man, quit calling them a white man. Sometimes it happens. If we're trying to describe me and you, it's like, all right, both of us 6 foot. Well, that doesn't help. Both of us wear white shirts. That doesn't help.
Right. No, I get it.
So instead of saying black, how about just saying black skinned or white skinned? Treat skin color like you would a tattoo. The guy that's got the wolf on his arm.
Yeah.
Because if you peel our skins off and then say, okay, which one's white and which one's black, nobody can tell.
You're definitely right. That's dope. That is dope.
I told my son, I said, so from now on, don't judge anybody by their skin. Treat them right, and then treat them how they treat you.
I can get behind that all day long, brother. Chuck, that is dope.
So I catch myself now.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too.
And I still say, the black. When I was telling people about your podcast, I said, man, you really need to listen to this guy. And I said, he's a black guy. And I went, oh, I'm sorry, he's a black skinned guy.
We're making the change right there. That's dope.
These are, I've had black skinned, friends, black skinned individuals in the military that were some of my best friends, man. I would do anything for them. I've been in situations where black skinned people wanted to beat me up because of my skin color, and turn around and there was a big black skinned man standing behind me. And I'm thinking, he's about to flip my car over on top of me. But instead, he come up to me, hugged my neck, turned to them and told them to leave me alone. Because my grandfather was a police captain in Jacksonville, Arkansas, which is 99% black skinned people. And they loved him. And they were like, man, love that man. I am not going to let anything happen to you.
Hey, Chuck. Chuck. Hey, I'm not cutting you off. I can listen to you all day, bro. You're great. I love
Well-
how you talk, and that is dope. This is great. All right,
Well, I
go
tell you-
ahead. I'm gonna give you another minute. Just go ahead and get it all out, bro, because this is dope.
Well,
Go ahead.
and I understand completely, man. You need to let other people talk because we need to let more people get their words out. That's what needs to be done. But
Yes.
I did send you a message with my phone number, and I would love to talk to you about anything. And
I'm
maybe
gonna
there's
call
a
you. I'm
chance.
gonna look you up, Chuck. What is it?
Yeah, Chuck Pendergrass. Which
Chuck
real quick
Pendergrass.
funny story. Real funny quick story on this one. You might like this one.
Go
This
for it.
happened to me in the military one time. We were down in NTC in California in the desert training to go overseas.
Okay.
Now, my last name's Pendergrass.
Teddy.
Yeah, this old black skin man asked me that. He goes, Pendergrass, are you related to Teddy? So this is how I started reacting to that. I looked at him dead serious, and I went, yeah, what? He's my great uncle. You can't tell the resemblance? Now, he looked at me dead serious, like he was freaking. And I went, look, and of course I get real dark in the summertime. So I said, look, black, white, black, white. And he got laughing. I said, plus, you ever seen lips this big on a white man before? And this old man just started laughing. He goes, boy, you are crazy. And he slapped my hand. And we started laughing.
This is great. Bridging the gap, you guys. Do you see this?
But that's
Bridging the gap.
what we need to do. Let's not hate differences. Let's celebrate differences. Let's
There you go,
let's have
brother. I
fun
can
with
get
our
behind that.
differences.
Don't hate the differences. Celebrate the differences, brother.
There you
Chuck,
go.
I love you, bro. You're great.
I love you
Straight
too,
up.
man. And I've been telling a lot of people about you because most people I follow are into politics. They're either on the right or the left. And I try to get both sides because I want to see both sides.
Oh, check
And I
this
tell
out. I
everyone,
made this joke up. It might be corny. Don't know, right? But it's a good one, right? Check this out.
yeah,
What do you call it when the left and the right, a Republican and a Democrat, start walking towards each other?
I don't know.
American. Corny?
There you go.
I know. But it's a
you're
true
right.
statement. If we all
Yeah,
just
that's
meet
right.
each other in the middle, that's American, baby. All right,
And
Chuck,
then-
I love you,
Hey.
brother. I got these other people. They've been patiently waiting down here in the studio. I can see it. They're looking and they're laughing and they're having a good time. So I want them to jump in while the vibe is still good.
Hey,
All
you
right.
get it going, man. You let other people talk and let them enjoy being free.
You have a wonderful day. You are a great American, sir.
Hey,
Thank you,
are,
Chuck.
buddy.
Thank you.
Hey,
very much.
have a good one, guys.
That was freaking
I
dope.
like him.
I love
I
Chuck,
like
bro.
that guy.
I love Chuck. I'm about to make that a shirt. I love Chuck.
I
All right,
love
brother.
Chuck too.
Bring in Mr. Steve Fish.
Hey,
Mr.
brother, how you
Steve.
doing? How you doing, brother? Can you hear me?
Hello, Steve. How
I
you
can
doing,
hear you
sir?
just fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. God bless you for this endeavor that you're trying to do, brother. It's not an easy task.
No, it's not, man. But you know what? It's worth it.
God is good.
Hell yeah, it is.
Always.
Look, man, we have to realize, I think, there's racism in every race. And it's not about, you're right, we need to come together as a people. We're Alveda King, Martin Luther King's niece, said, we are one blood.
We are.
We come together as one. Brother, I'll let you know, I did 10 years in the penitentiary in California during the Rodney King riots.
Mm.
You remember that riot?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. White people didn't have much luck in LA County jail back then. I had it tough.
I can imagine, brother.
I tell you what, I don't want to go through another one because I won't make it. I'm crippled now. Been through some stuff, car accidents, drug addiction, been through it all. We have to realize I was whooped by 3 cops in Los Angeles County Jail the day before my trial started with a big shiner. They used to call it flashlight treatment.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. I deserved it. I thought I was a tough guy, and I was being a smart ass. Excuse me. So we're giving the cops a bad rap. Some of these cops, I mean, all you got to do, they banned cops. They banned live PD. Why do you think they did that? They want to post that negative stuff to get us riled up against each other. I have lots of friends that are black. I don't see them as black. I see them as people. Okay.
Good man.
I have friends that are Mexican. I don't see them as Mexican. I see them as friends.
I hear that, brother. I can get behind that.
We have to be careful, guys. And we do have to come together as one, but we have to come. We are different. We're one people, but we have different things. We like different things. Some people like country music. Some like rock. Some like rap. Some like that. We are different, but we can be diverse and united at the same time.
That's right.
Hell
I
yes,
agree.
we can.
That is what America is about.
Hey, man, Steve, that's dope. I appreciate you. You got a brilliant mind, and I love your views.
Hey,
You
brother,
kind
I
of
just
are getting in line with everything that we're saying.
I want to tell you something, brother. You have a challenge ahead of you, and I don't have much to say. I'm going to let you go because this is great. I like this platform. You did a great job.
Thank you. I stayed up till 7:30 in the morning doing this, and I didn't wake up until 1.
You did a good job. You did a good job, my friend. And let me
you.
tell you something, brother. I'm in Kentucky now. I'm originally from California.
Okay.
And the life out here is different. And my friends in California all want to leave, and it's not because of anything but the government, the way that they're governing. They, you know, I have friends I called my friend in Seattle the other day. He's up there in a rock band. And I said, "Are you out of that?" No, he says, "I don't go to Seattle. It's a shit show." Look, it's the people who are the people. There are people, and this is not a political thing. I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent. I vote for the person. I vote for the policy, not the person.
Okay.
Okay. We have to know what they're looking for. I'm a very religious person. I'm not going to bring that into this, but you know, we have to vote for what we believe in.
Nothing wrong with being religious at all, my friend. I appreciate you, though.
I mean, life and death. There's two. Jesus told us this: life and death. We have either right and wrong, life and death. We pick. And right now, we're going down the road of death.
The wide one. It's easy to follow, and that's why people are.
People look. You know
hit that on the head. You hit that on the head, Steve.
You said you're from the hood. We're both from. I'm from the ghetto too. Just because I'm white don't mean I'm not from a ghetto.
I hear you, man.
Hey, let me tell you something. They will keep us apart. That's what they want to do, is keep us apart.
No, they won't. We're going to band together, man. We're
That's
breaking
right.
down every barrier they said
We're
before.
gonna
But before you go,
Cash
before
for
you go,
president.
Steve, I want to tell you something. If they would have kept the Terminator over there in California, I don't think we'd be going through this. Now everybody people used to love California, and now California, everybody wants to leave. You know what they're saying right now? You know what they're saying? They're saying, "Get to the chopper! Yeah. We got to go."
Well, we have to do our part. We have to do our part, folks. Brother, we have to be careful. What we feed into our mind is what we live.
Steve, we love you, man. We appreciate you for
God
coming on
bless
the
you
show
all.
and saying your piece, brother.
Keep it up, brother. Keep up the good work. Keep unity, bro.
Thank you, man. God bless. That was dope. Hey, excuse my Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. I always wanted to do that and let a lot of people hear it. And yeah, I thought it was good. Come with me if you want to live.
Time, man.
No? Not good? I don't know.
Nah,
Let's bring in Carl.
It's pretty good.
All right. In relation to your
big smile on his face. What's up, Carl? How you doing?
You ain't said it right. It's get to the chopper. Anyway, just to correct you on that one. Anyway,
yes. I agree.
See what you started,
See what you started?
Do it now.
Do it now. You got to get down to Ville.
It's not a tumor. But anyway.
Oh, we're getting sidetracked. We're going.
I know. I'm sorry,
Alan. I'm sorry for that.
It's just you brought me in on that one, so I had to say something about it. Anyway, I'm a 57-year-old man. I've been paralyzed for 36 years. I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio. I moved to Pensacola, Florida area about 22 years ago. I just want to talk about the unity thing because we have a place down here called Graffiti Bridge. And anytime there's a big topic in our area, people paint this bridge to signify.
I'm so sorry, brother. I'm so sorry, Carl. Getting some crazy feedback right now through your side. Where do you got me playing on right now? Because it's loud.
I'm on YouTube. Here, I can talk slower. How's that? Is that better?
That's great.
Is that better? Okay. I'm sorry. I was just too damn excited, probably. Anyway, we have this thing called Graffiti Bridge. And anytime there's any kind of social thing or, you know, anything like that, and they did a beautiful tribute to George Floyd, and there was peaceful demonstrations down there for a week. I mean, entirely peaceful. There was one idiot that jumped on somebody's car, but other than that, an entire week went by of peaceful protesting. And that's what I want to say. It's out here. People are doing it. So keep up what you're doing. You changed my life, dude. I got to tell you.
Brother, thank you.
No, I'm not kidding. Anyway, I just want to let you know it is happening. What you're doing is working. So
thank you.
keep up,
Thank you.
Bro,
keep
you
up what
just gave
man.
me chills on my body right now because it's people like you and that's saying that right now to me and in my messages and getting phone calls. That's what's making me make the decision to say, yo, let's go to Seattle. Let's go out there and see if we can help. And
Well, I'm a little concerned for you on that one, though.
you just gave me chills, brother. Thank you.
I'm worried about you going out there, though. I hope you're safe and take
Oh man, God got us. Hey,
All
they
right.
did it
Oh,
before
I know
us.
that's right.
The Martin Luther Kings and the Malcolm X's and all of the rest of the people, man, they walked out there and they did their part no matter
I
what.
got
He got hit in the head with a brick and the brother kept on preaching. So I've already
I got
did
you.
all that in my community. You know, I got hit in the head with bricks. I've been in war with. I'm not worried. I feel like whatever, as long as they don't kill me, I think I'm gonna be all right. You know,
I guarantee it. God's watching out for you.
it's worth it. It's a good movement to get. You know, it's something worth taking a brick to the head for, as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
So,
Right.
well,
And
I
you are
appreciate you for
the
coming
man
on,
to
man.
do it. You are the man to do it. And
God.
friend me on Facebook, by the way. I've been requesting
you,
you
brother.
times.
I will. I got you, man.
All
I'm
right.
still going
Y'all-
through the messages. I got you though.
All right. Y'all take care. Love
Do me
you.
a favor. Here, do me a favor. Hit up Patrick. Patrick Wickard. Get in touch with him. That way he can show me who you are, and that way I can do it so much easier.
You realize if
I'm
you
flooded.
tell everybody that it's easier to get to me, then it's no longer going to be easier to get to me.
You're
You
right.
realize what you
I
just
forgot.
did?
We're live.
You have any idea what you just
Sorry.
did to my life?
Blow Patrick up, everybody. Hey, Carl, you have a good day,
But
brother.
yeah,
God bless
seriously,
you,
hit me
man.
up, bro.
All right, y'all. Take care.
Get with me. We love you too. Thank you, sir.
All right, man.
All right. This is so fun. This is
This
dope.
is good.
People are getting to be heard and we're having fun. We're laughing. I could do this. This is a podcast I could get behind. When I was doing it by myself, I was miserable. I'm sitting here like, this is lame. I felt like a lame. I'm like, there's no heart. Where's the heart? And that's why I'm like, I'm only going live. Forget this. But we found a way to utilize this stuff. So this is cool. So next, we're going to bring in Miss Lila. We're going to do 2 minutes, guys. I'm sorry. We're having fun here, and I know that. But if we could try to keep it to 2 minute minimum, so that way everybody gets a turn. What's up, Pat?
I'm getting friend request notification after notification after notification after notification right now. Right now. You see what you just did to me?
Hey, I told you, bro, you're the Gambit to my Black Lightning.
I'm the damn keeper, apparently. But you know,
hey, Lila.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello.
I'm fine. I was just thinking the same thing. Oh, I'm going to do that to Patrick because you haven't responded to my friend request either.
I'm so sorry. If I showed you guys, I'm going to screenshot it so you guys can see it. It's 999, right? 999, and my messages are 999, and my spam is 999. It's just a bunch, so I'm trying my best to get through it. I'm probably not going to be able to do it till like 50. And by then, everybody will move off of Facebook to like the new thing that it is. But I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No,
Talk
that's
to
okay.
us. What you got?
That's okay. Well, I just kind of wanted to talk about the defunding part of it. And I've
Okay.
been thinking about that. And I did a little bit of research today. And I guess I just want to throw out there that I don't really know that we all understand exactly what they're talking about when they say defund the police. So when I first heard it, it sounded like, let's just take all the money away and there will be no police. And that sounds like a really, and that sounds like a really bad idea. The more I looked into it, the more I see what they're maybe talking about a little bit is, and I'm a nurse, so I have a scope of practice, and there's certain things that I can do that I'm very well trained at and I'm very comfortable doing. But then there are other things.
Well, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Ms. Lila. I got to point this out. I'm so sorry. Okay, so if you look over into the comment section right now, everybody.
I can't see the comments.
Everybody's wicked.
What are they saying?
My last name.
Oh, right.
Oh goodness, that's so great.
Hey, just so you know,
I'm sorry.
Hey, just so you know, there's another notification, another one. It's still going. It hasn't stopped.
Go ahead, Ms. Lila. We're sorry. Go for it.
No, it's okay. I actually don't remember where I was at.
I apologize. That was so messed up. I didn't mean to do that. You were talking about the defund the police and what it really meant as far as
whole
You there?
That's okay. No, that's okay. Yeah, I'm here now. Sorry, it might be my internet. I'm out in the middle of. I'm about 2 hours from Hammond, Central Illinois. But I guess my whole point being is that our police is everything under what they do. Should it be actual police, or should there be a place for social services? And I guess that's why I thought about you, and I'm thinking, if we took a little bit of money away from the police and you have experience in your neighborhood, and we could pay you to go out and do your thing because you know what you're talking about. You've been there, you see, and you could probably be much more effective of a presence than maybe the police are. And I'm not advocating for a whole bunch of more I want to be careful because I don't always know what I'm talking about.
No,
But
you're good. This is a free place to speak. You say whatever you feel.
social programs.
Thank you,
Okay.
Cash.
social programs, because I'm not always for like more government programs. That's
Right.
not who I am. But I do think that there are people that are really effective, and people that have experiences, and people that know. And so for me as a nurse, I'm not going to be really great at mental health because that's not my training. But ask me about somebody in a long-term care facility, the older, I can tell you a lot about that. And I would hope people would ask me. And so I guess my whole point being is to have police, which one was it? Somebody said, get some special training, get some additional training for the police.
I wouldn't think that we need to personally, police just need a little more training. I wouldn't feel comfortable, me personally, because like I say, the neighborhood I come from, I wouldn't feel comfortable if I was a social worker to go to a house call because somebody is mentally ill or somebody's beating children, because you don't know how angry they are. So if it's a social worker that needs to go out, you don't know what is the other situation behind that. And a social worker is not going to be equipped or skilled to deal with something if it goes violent. Whereas the police,
I agree with that, but do you feel like there would be a part for like kids that are in that age range where I want to be in a gang and I have no other choices? Could you speak to that? Could you help? Could you?
Well, yeah, that's what the whole
and
Street Life Foundation's about.
Right. And so no, I'm not saying use yourself as much as is there just something different we need to look at with the police? And
definitely.
So
We definitely need to look into more things that can help influence and change and create a better system to where people aren't getting like that one guy that was mentally ill, and the police came out and he had a screwdriver and the police shot him because he came out with a screwdriver, not knowing that he was mentally ill because the person that called didn't say that. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we can improve on. I definitely agree, but I don't think that these men need to have their money taken away or their paychecks cut or be defunded just because they need some work. I say we refund, like I say, refund the police. So put their funds into different places for training for them. So you have a police officer that's a chief. He's also specializes in mental illness, or he also specializes in cases where domestic abuse, things like that, and then send them out to that specific, for that specific need. But that's just my opinion, and I definitely appreciate your opinion, and I love that you came out to dialogue with us, and I really appreciate you. And this is the thing about unity and bridging the gap. Even though we have different views of what needs to be done, we still look at each other with a smile and understand that this is conversation that needs to be had. And we're both still American, and we both still love each other, and I still want you to be here on this show. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Lila,
it's nice.
I appreciate you.
Zone. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you very much for your perspective.
Nice to see you, Patrick.
Yeah, good to see you too.
See you later, Miss Lila.
Bye.
That was dope. Interesting perspective. She's head on. I feel her. I get what she's trying to say. And I think that's what a lot of Americans are trying to say, I guess, when they're talking about refund the police. But when you say refund the police or defund the police, defund the police, I'm thinking, refund the police. These guys got jobs just like me. I wouldn't want to be fired from McDonald's just because I didn't flip a burger the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Because of her perspective, I like it. There's some things about that I can definitely understand. But a long time ago when I was young, I went to school to be a paramedic, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say I drive by a car accident,
bringing you next, brother,
and I make a mistake and somebody dies. Because there's no, there's nobody there coming with the training.
I hear you.
am I now responsible for that? Like, you're asking citizens to take on a lot more responsibility than I think some of us are going to be comfortable doing. I'm not saying, I wouldn't jump in and try to help. I probably would, knowing me, but I'm just saying, like, that's part of that discussion too.
I hear you. Let's keep this ball rolling. We're gonna bring in. Oh, you got a doppelganger, bro. His name is Patrick. We're gonna bring in the other
Let's
Patrick.
start talking about his last name because,
if you're not as dope as this Patrick, we got a problem. There he is.
What's going on,
Patrick?
guys? Patrick, awesome name. And Cash, I want to say what you're doing. What you're doing is an awesome fucking thing. Oops, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I feel that too.
I love what you're saying, and I just want to spread the reverse side of things.
Go for it.
And I have black friends. I have black family. Sorry, black skin. Good job, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck, man, that dude, don't get me started. Don't get me started right now because I just got done laughing from that. So, yeah.
So, anyway, just last week, let's start by saying I'm an Uber driver. So I drive all over. I drive in downtown St. Louis a lot, and I made a wrong turn. I missed my pickup by 1 block. I'm driving down the road. I pull up to a stop sign. Big black skinned man sticks his head out from around a car and goes, "Hey, boy, your skin's the wrong color to be around here."
Really?
Okay, you didn't have to tell me twice. I'm out.
I hear that. Damn, for real?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's not, in my opinion, it's not just a black on or white on black thing, which a lot of people are making it to be. And, I have not gotten jobs because of not being black. Because, or I shouldn't say black, not being minority.
Right.
Because they have to fill X amount of jobs to the minorities. So
I hear you, brother.
I just want people to be open-minded about that it does go both ways.
Yeah, I made a video about it. The video about white privilege and black privilege.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that's real. That's very real. And I'm sorry they made you turn around, bro. I'd have been like, listen, this is America. See my hat? I'd have been like, listen, this is America.
I didn't want to test it.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Probably get jumped. Right. Nobody wants that. I don't want to be jumped.
And that's also the flip side of this also, because around here, there is a lot of protesting.
Yeah.
A lot. So, like I said, I'm an Uber driver. So I'm all for people protesting. But when they go blocking the streets, my job comes to a halt.
I feel you.
Right then and there.
I hear you, man.
So it's not the streets I have a problem with being blocked. It's when the major highways get blocked. So
yeah, it's dangerous. Hopefully it's dying down. Like I say, hopefully all of this stuff is going to go away and we can get back to trying to be normal.
I sure hope so. I mean, and I love it. It's a unity thing. We all need to be unified on that.
Exactly.
Coming together, brother. Coming together.
Exactly.
We're getting there, bro.
We all bleed red. I mean,
we're getting there. I'm telling you, we're getting there.
The media is making it appear different.
Guess what? Not no more. We got new news media right here every day. I think we're gonna do it every day. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try because this is cool. But yeah, hey, I appreciate you coming out, man. I really do. I appreciate you sharing your experience. I appreciate you wanting unity instead of division, bro. Keep doing your part to bridge them gaps and break down them barriers. It takes us, and that's how it's gonna happen. All right.
All right, man.
You have a good day, brother. You got a dope name.
Thank you, Patrick.
All right. Our next guest. I'm going to tell you guys the lineup. I don't know if you can see it, but we got Luna. Then we got Diane. Then we got Augustine. I don't know. There's a couple different ways you can say it, I think. Heather, Jason, and
we're hitting
Len.
an hour right now, Cash, just so you know.
Well, if you got to bail out, you can bail. I think I'm going to go overboard this time. I think I'm going to stay on here and let people get their voice heard, bro. This is dope. So let's bring in Luna. Luna?
Hello.
Hey, Luna.
I hope
You're a
it's okay.
street light. That is creative. It's a
I
street
love
light.
it.
That,
I love
you know
it.
what? Right there, you just earn points. You just earn points.
If we had an award, you'd be getting it.
Aw, thank you, you guys. I'm a little bit more of a private person, so I just wanted to go with the icon.
It's moving around.
Yeah, I think it's showing that I'm talking.
I love it. So talk to us. Where you at? Where you from? What's going on? How can we bridge the gap?
I'm actually from Minneapolis. And
yes, let's talk to you.
So I lived in Minneapolis before all the rioting. In the sense, like a couple years ago, I did, and I live just outside of the city now. And I suppose I actually have a couple notes here because I have some really strong thoughts about what really is the core problem right now. Because, so I suppose the angle I want to take is like, what is the source of the problem that we're having in this country, or even more specifically with the Black Lives Matter movement right now.
Okay.
And I think, Cash, the reason why you went so viral is because you pointed out within, let's say, inner cities in general, the sort of gang violence mentality. No one ever talks about that. And people question, why is that not being talked about? And so, you know, everything is getting so politicized. It's always, you have to pick a side. So here, one second. So I strongly feel the problem within these communities is the breakdown of the nuclear family, and some progressive movements that are pushing for people to not have traditional family values. And I can bring up a few examples. So in this country, there's the two sides of government, you know, pushing one side or the other.
Right.
Conservatives typically support the traditional family. Liberals today that go to the extreme of each progressive movement is all about the individual or the self, and not being dependent on others. So, for example, modern feminists don't need men. The extended LGBTQ plus community has come to support the idea that either no genders exist or there are an infinite number of genders and sexualities that all need legalized identification. So to sum up, they don't want a gendered world. The leaders for even the fat acceptance movement suggests obese people are as healthy as non-obese or overweight people. So then when it comes back around to the Black Lives Matter, it's confusing because there's proof out there for the official website of Black Lives Matter where they advocate for defunding or abolishment of the police departments. And it's also confusing that if you donate to them, it goes to the Democratic Party that funds their campaigns. So
Luna,
is it political
not
or
to
is
cut
it
you
not?
off. You are dope. I just want you to know that. You have a brilliant mind, and yes, you're spot on. I would love to talk to you more outside of here, and that is dope.
Mm-hmm.
For real, that's amazing. You're great, and yeah, I think we need to do a show just with her on here for like a panel, be a part of the panel, because
We are
she has
talking
a
about
lot
doing
of
a panel,
valid
guys.
points.
For anybody that's interested, we are talking about doing a panel.
Yeah, Luna, if that's something you'd be interested in, I think that we need to have you on here again and talk about all the things that you just brought up. Literally, you are very intelligent. Thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't
You're
hear a
dope.
single word of it, but I wish I could have.
Don't do that to her. You're dope, Luna. I don't want to cut you off because you're hitting on a lot of points, right? But there's people. I'm gonna have to cut the. This is it. After everybody that's on here right now, because I'm way over time, but it's okay. We're gonna keep doing this. Luna, if you could, Patrick, look her up, please. Add her, give her the information.
Yeah, Luna.
We got a police officer in New Jersey.
Hey, Cash.
Cash,
Yeah.
I have not been able to hear Luna talking, so I don't know her last name. Just tell me what it is real quick.
Cash, I will message you privately.
Okay.
Because I may be using an alias. I'm just a very private person.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's really hard for me to find those. So this is what I ask you to do. Go on my page on like my profile picture or something, and then comment and put Streetlight Luna, and that way I know it's you. And then I will comment, or I will find you, and then yeah, we will talk.
All right.
Streetlight
Okay,
Luna.
Luna, you have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
She's dope.
I don't like it when I can't hear.
It's okay. Next, we're gonna bring in Diane, and then everybody else, and then that's it. No more. No more. Everybody's getting 2 minutes. Got to be strict with it because I got kids out there. Here we go. All right. Hello. How are you doing?
Hello.
I'm good. I'm from Illinois. I was thinking about something Patrick said last night, and I couldn't come up with an answer. Right? So he had talked about, why are we picking sides? We shouldn't be picking sides, right? But then I was thinking,
you gotta pick a side. You have to.
You have to, because I feel like, not like Republican, Democrat, whatever.
Good
but
and
I feel
bad.
like it's literally good versus evil right now.
Yeah.
And we have to be on the side of good, right?
Yes.
But I'm like this is where I have a hard time. I'm a super patriotic person, and super for America. But how do you do this movement, right? Unity, while I have to be a little bit more reserved while doing it, and I get too passionate about it, and I think it comes off in a wrong way.
Okay.
I don't know. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is, in regards to defunding police, I feel like we need to be careful, because opening that door with defunding police, I feel like, that could go such a long way into, forensics, and all of this other stuff that they are capable of doing. And if we're defunding that, I think it's a pretty trippy door to be opening.
I agree with you.
I agree totally.
I agree with you completely.
Yeah. But anyways, I just wanted to hop on here. I totally, Cash, you're awesome. Patrick, you're pretty cool too. I tried to friends request you, but it just says message.
Hey, everybody listening right now, I'm posting a link on the bottom right here. Please, nobody click this link. I'm asking you, please. I need Victor Santiago. If you could, you're going to be my last one, because I think this is going to be interesting. He's a police officer from New Jersey. I would love to hear from him. So please, nobody click the link.
On picking sides, though. There always does come that moment where it's time to pick sides. You're absolutely 100% right. Right now, the only side I'm picking is the side of the people, and the side of uniting the people, because it doesn't take a whole lot to realize where we're heading for if we don't make a change.
And
I don't want that. I don't want that for my children. Like Cash, I'm a single dad too. I've got kids of my own, and we got to do something. And that's why I'm all about making a change. Right now, that's the only side I'm picking. And I hope this is what I never have to pick another one.
Yeah, this is what I would say. Okay. How I feel about all of this is, when you talk about picking a side, right? The side of good and evil, it's real hard to distinguish what's good and what's the evil, because to some people, right, that we have out in Seattle, some of those people are so wholeheartedly behind what they believe in that they're willing to overtake a freaking city block. And we look at them like, okay, this is some evil shit that they got going on. In their mind, they're like, no, this is some fucking, what's that guy's name? The Cuban dude, that Che Navarro, or is he Cuban? I think, I'm not sure. But they were wholeheartedly behind him. So when you look at good and evil, I would say the only way that we can recognize between the two would be to gain understanding. So we have to come to a place where, okay, I don't want to hurt you, and I don't want you to hurt me. I want to be able to talk about the things that you feel are good, that I feel are evil, and the things that I feel are good, that you feel are evil. And we have to find some common ground. And that's going to be the only good, because no one is ever going to wholeheartedly 100% agree with each other. We have to understand that. No one's gonna. I disagree with people on a daily. Me and my lady disagree with each other all the time. I think we had a disagreement before I got on the air, but I love her, and she loves me, And we both know that, yo, we live here in the same house, so we have to get along. You know what I mean? And that's the best way that I can use that to try to break it down. But yeah, when you say good and evil, that is so, you know, that balance, it's hard to say, because some people that we believe that are on the side of good, right, may have a different opinion about something else, like abortion or race or whatever, and it would be totally evil. You know what I mean? And it's a slippery slope, you know.
Yeah.
But I do definitely appreciate you coming up on here and giving your piece. Thank you so much, Miss Diane.
I agree.
And
thank you very much.
you're dope.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
No problem. You have a great day.
Bye.
Okay?
We love you.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Okay, next we got Augustine. I'm just gonna say Augustine. I think that's how you say it. I'm pretty sure.
Did you get to Victor?
Victor is on. Yes, we got Victor down there. He's gonna be our last guest. Okay, Melissa, I'm sorry I gotta cut you off, Melissa. I can't have you on this one because we're already way over. Miss Melissa Boyd, I'm sorry.
Come back
Santiago.
tomorrow.
We're gonna get you on here. Give me 5 minutes. Let me get everybody else out the way. Okay, Augustine, you're on. How you doing, brother? I seen you with that vape, by the way. I can see everybody that's in the green room. I can see you all backstage. I'm looking at all of you laughing.
Busted.
I'm looking at my man right here like this, and then he just went like this. Hey, how you doing, Lynn? I see everybody. All right. So let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay, so just a few simple things. Like one of the previous people said, that was in the military. In the military, everyone is a soldier. You can't see anyone
behind you, bro.
Huh?
I see your gear behind you, bro. I appreciate you for your sacrifice and your service, man.
Oh, some crazy fools have to do it.
I hear that. You're a hero.
But something
We love them crazy fools.
But anyway, so like I said, in the military, it's very, very bad for us to see each other as anything else but another soldier. And any kind of other thinking detracts from the mission, and it really hurts our sense of purpose. And in the military, after a certain point, you can't see people any other way, because we all see the mission. We all see the purpose that we're here for. And so how we bridge that is that we need to regain the ability for everyone to come together for simple purpose and to unite towards achieving those objectives.
Yes. Yes. 100%.
100%.
That's good. That's great. Keep going. You have my attention.
So over my career, I've come across certain individuals who were raised in a way that detracted from the rest of society. You know, they haven't been around this kind of person, or someone's from another country that someone else doesn't like. Well, as I became a leader, I had to learn to help them all bridge their difference through the simple fact that they all signed the dotted line and literally signed away their life. Something that they can never get back if lost, or everyone else in the country. And it doesn't matter in what capacity, you chose to serve everyone else.
You're right.
So over time, it became almost automatic once these soldiers moved on to different places for most of them to just see each other as a comrade, as a brother, as a sister in the armed forces. And the majority of us all feel the same way.
I agree.
Just like in any organization, in any culture, country, you're going to have people who are going to be troublemakers just to be troublemakers.
I'm going to keep you on here, okay? Don't go. Stay right here, because I'm about to I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to skip you. I'm going to get to you, okay? Heather, I see you. Jason, I see you. Don't go, okay? Give me 1 sec, because I got Victor here, and I want to hear, I got to hear his perspective. He's a New Jersey police officer. So I think, yeah, there we go. How you doing? Can you hear us, brother?
I can, yes. What's up, man?
How are you today?
How you doing, Victor? Right. Thanks for coming on.
No problem. I appreciate it, guys. Let me on.
No problem.
Been trying to message you guys. So I see everybody trying to message to say, hey, get them on there. So
Gotcha.
I'm just on here to answer any type of questions that people have out there, from just to hear from my point of view, and just to get from a police officer's side of it,
I'm with that. So to do that right now, since we're keeping you on, you're staying with me until I get off here, bro, because I'm staying late. You gotta stay late. You gotta stay late. We're all gonna stay late. Let's bring in Heather because she's been waiting patiently. Hey Heather, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Talk to us.
Okay, so real quick, I understand I'm prior military. I'm a disabled vet. Thank
you for your service.
Thank you.
I unfortunately had racial.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. I married a black man when I was in the service. I was in the Air Force. I had horrible racism against me and my husband with my commanding officers. It was horrible. I got out as soon as I could. I was not going to raise my son in that environment at all. But on here, I'm sorry. The reason I'm on here is because, like I said, I married a black man. So I've raised.
No, black-skinned man. We have to use the term to choke you.
Get me, isn't he? Oh my gosh! So,
don't piss off Chuck.
No.
Sorry, Chuck. Oh, I only got 2 minutes. Sorry, Chuck. And, he unfortunately is not in my son's life. However, I have raised a very strong black-skinned man growing up. And with everything that's going on, I have in my the corporation that I work for, we had an emergency African American network meeting. So I joined in and I said, they were talking about Black Lives Matter and how, we all need to get together. And I said, yes, we do. And this woman came on here and said, there's too many white people in this.
Yeah.
Well, how are we supposed to come together if you guys are not including everybody?
Exactly. That's the whole thing I've been saying.
Yeah, I know. That's why I listen to you. Thank you.
No problem.
And when I asked her, I said, okay, my father was law enforcement, so I have my Blue Lives Matter sticker. Thank you, sir, for serving our communities. And
yes, sir.
And I said, and I did not realize that, because apparently, which I didn't realize, that is a form of underlining racism.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Having that sticker out there was a form of underlining racism.
Yeah, that's what people try to say. I disagree. Personally, I disagree, but that's what I mean about the views of people. We all share different views of things. So you ever seen, there's an article I would encourage everybody that's watching to read. It says, my red is not your red. Okay, meaning that two people can see the same color, right? We're looking at the same color, same thing, but somebody will see a different color red than I would see if you would put up the different shades of red. So I would say, I see this shade of red, and someone would say, no, it's this shade of red, but it's the same exact red. All right, and that just goes to show how people view things, how they view things, and you really can't change some of it. Some of it you can't. That's why the whole goal is to get people to understand that no matter if you see something different, say you see Blue Lives Matter as being under or a part racism, and then I see it as being patriotic because I understand people that sacrifice their lives for our community. We're both American. We're both still here in this country, and I want to understand why you feel that that's racist. And I want you to understand why I feel like they're heroes. Even being somebody who's had experience that goes so well with the police, and it all goes into, like I say, how you do things. It goes into the things that you watch, to the music that you listen to the people you hang around, to the place where you're born. There's a whole bunch of different factors. That's what makes us all different. It makes us unique in America, because every place in America is different. There's nowhere that's really the same. You know, you go in Chicago and 2 blocks over from where you were, it's a whole different environment.
So, Joe, how would you handle the question of, because when I asked, when they said there's too many white people on this, how would you handle the question? Because I said, well, then how are we all supposed to come together? The response that I received from a coworker was, "Why are you?" What'd she say? "Why are you challenging me?"
Well, the answer I would give, well, I can't control who wants to be on a post or who wants to be in a comment or who wants to dialogue with me. Now, for that person to say that, I would say, what made your brain think that there's a problem that there's only white people here, or that there's more majority white people here? What in you? There's something. There's a switch going off in there that bothers somebody when they see something. Now, what if it would have been all black people? Like, oh, there's too many black people. Then you're a racist. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't. Some people you just can't talk to. Unfortunately, some people, like you say in the Bible, you got to shake the shoes off, move on to the next house. Because not everybody's gonna receive you, and that's the unfortunate truth. And for those people who don't receive what we're doing, that's fine. I'm not telling you have to. I didn't even know that I was gonna have this. So it's all a blessing to me to be able to talk to right now. We got 761 people watching on this platform right here, and that's a blessing that these many people are tuned in because they want to hear about some things. They want to laugh a little bit. They want to hear people joking. You know, it's dope. It's all pretty cool. So,
well, thank you.
No problem at all. I appreciate you taking the time out to jump out here with us, and we love you.
Thank you very much.
Serving, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right. This show, I didn't even know it was going to be a show. Didn't even know. It's a show now. This is dope. This is great. We're going to get right to you. We're going to talk. We got to let Jason
This is how
jump
we
in.
change the world.
Yeah, we're bringing in Jason real quick, and let's see if we can bring in Lynn. We could. There we go. Ellen, are you there? Nope. Ellen, we can't bring you in, Ellen, because it says that you do not have a microphone or speakers or a cam. So that's the only reason why. I would love to bring you in. I'm sorry that I can't. I appreciate you for tuning in.
I see her.
Hope that you stay watching. So, Miss Lynn, how are you? Jason, how are you?
I'm very well.
How are we? Let's do this. Let's do it. What's up?
It's fair. I don't want to talk over anybody.
Go ahead, Lynn. Ladies first.
Oh, what a gentleman. I am from northeastern Massachusetts, like north of Boston. It is pretty tense here.
Really?
It's incredibly tense, yeah. And the problem that I'm seeing is I work for a police department. I'm a 911 dispatcher. And so I'm automatically guilty by association. The problem that we're having up here, you can cut the tension with a knife. If you are pro-police, if you don't hate police, you are automatically a racist, 100%. And there's a defining line, and you can almost see it. It's crazy. Where I live in kind of like it's not like the best section of my city, and where I tend to be a minority, where I like to go, the places I like to go, I like to shop and whatnot, and I can't really go there much anymore. I'm very much not welcome there anymore.
That sucks.
It's tough because I feel like on the one hand, if I do speak up, I feel like it appears to be disingenuous when it's absolutely not. So I definitely need some advice as far as that's concerned.
That's a rough one. That's rough. Anybody want to chime in on that?
That's a little tough. Just coming from understanding where she's coming from, but it's a tough situation. It really is. Over here in New Jersey, we really didn't have too much tension going on right now. So I mean, the only things we had was in Atlantic City and Trenton, as far as I know, and mostly all the other protesting that's going on has pretty much been peaceful.
Right.
So
That way.
yeah, we're all hoping for that. But it's changed. Everything's changed, and it's going to be tough for us to do our jobs too. It's even though it's tough before, it's even more tougher now.
You are without a doubt a target now more than ever. Just
Yeah.
going out to do your job.
Yeah, absolutely. And most of us all think like that statewide, you know. But you know, we still have a job to do. We still got to go out there and do what we got to do, you know.
That's what makes you a good cop, in my opinion, because you didn't just turn and decide not to work anymore.
No. Over here, it's a little bit different, a little different lifestyle over here. So it's definitely different.
I got a couple questions for you, Mr. Santiago. This is going to be great. I'm glad that you decided to jump on, and I'm going to get to it. I want to drop in and say what's up to Jason. Jason, what do you have for us today, brother?
Nothing, man. I'm gonna make it quick because I want to hear from our police officer and our serviceman. But from my perspective, I'm the husband of a law enforcement employee.
Awesome.
My son ships out the basic in August. He just graduated from high school.
Awesome.
So it's a lot of different worries in my house. I do live near the Minneapolis area. We were just up there the other day delivering some supplies for the people that need it. And it's an eerie, it's not as crazy as it was, but a lot of those communities are burned and a lot of people are suffering. And, our mayor and our governor up in the state they're starting to cave to the pressure. So it's definitely a worry. I work up in the metro. So, I love your stuff, man. God bless all you guys. I just wanted to chime in and just say,
Hey, man, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate
We
it.
love you too.
We, I'm the guy in my neighborhood that when a police officer falls, my son and I go out, we take down the American flag, we fold it, and I put up a Blue Lives Matter flag, and just, we just gotta love each other, man. There's just too much, and it just seems to me that we're hitting that generation. We're hitting that generation. I think part of it is the folks that are having problems. Their parents and their grandparents were either heavily in the civil rights movement, and they know what it was like to suffer through that movement. And I just think, good luck to you guys in Seattle. Stay safe, and thank you guys for your service. And I'm going to pop off and listen to the rest of your stuff, but God bless you guys.
God bless you. And yeah, bridge that gap, bro. You're doing it.
All right, man. Take care, all you guys.
Take care.
Take care. Miss Lynn, you got anything else for us, sister?
No. Just
That's
that I
it?
love you. Patrick, I am going to friend
Love
request you in about 2 seconds.
Do that.
Can I request?
Great day, Miss Lynn.
You're not the only one, Miss Lynn.
Oh, too bad.
All right. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that, but I've been dying for this. I've been dying to have military and the police on here. This is dope. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I need everybody that's still watching right now, okay, if you could share this and let them know that we have special guests, Mr. Victor Santiago and Mr. Augustine Uribe?
Yes, Uribe.
Uribe. All right. We have both of them. One is a serviceman of our military. One is a serviceman to our communities. And yeah, share that right now so everybody can tune in because this is about to get dope. This is great. I'm glad we stayed on late. This is amazing. Okay, Patrick, where'd you go? Oh, there he is.
I'm still here.
Okay, so first off, again, I just want to say real quick to you guys, thank you so much, man, for your service, bro. Thank you guys for putting on your uniforms and fighting for us in both of the ways that you do. First off,
I appreciate you having this on the platform right now, man. This is gonna go off.
Yeah, this is dope, and I appreciate you because a lot of guys won't even talk because they're getting shit, they're getting shit on by people. So thank you For real. That this is an honor to first off to have you both on here. First question I have. I don't know if you guys were watching my my video where I was out there at the protest and I put this lady on, and she was speaking about saying that our military, she was just shitting on our military and she was shitting on the police, and I let her have her piece. I didn't, you know, I wanted to be like, yo, that's not right, you know, but I asked her for opinion, so I got her opinion and I let it be, right? But how does this make you guys feel? First, I'm gonna start with Augustine. I'm gonna start with you. How does it make you feel, man, for people to you know you serve our country? How does it make you feel for people to think of you as like a bad guy or somebody that isn't to be praised because you're serving right now? You know what I mean? You did something great. You sacrificed for our country. How does it make you feel that people don't see it as that?
The one big part of service is that we cannot allow ourselves to fall anywhere near that, because we have what we call the mission, and the mission is in our oath that we swear that we pledge to defend the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So a lot of us, I know, can feel disillusioned at times. There's been a few times in my career where we've showed up for training and a whole town will try to block our access to a training area. But we find a way around it. We reroute, we plan ahead to try to avoid that and just carry on. Because at the end of the day, if someone does invade us or if someone destroys one of these communities, we're still going to be there alongside of our civil servants and our civil service members to pick that community back up and safeguard it once more.
Okay.
And
okay.
I have had soldiers voice this to me because most of them live a huge amount of their life on the net, and they see people who give them so much hate and flack for putting on the uniform, and you know all the usual tropes.
Well,
And
we appreciate you. We appreciate you guys here. Just so you know, how do you feel, Victor? How do you feel, man? That just like I put it up here, a comment from Ashlyn. She said just 2 weeks ago, you guys were everyone's heroes because you guys were out there and COVID was going on, and you guys didn't care. You were still out there policing the community, helping the country. How does it make you feel, man, that people right now are taking like they're shitting on you? Like, what does that feel like to you?
It's funny you say that because I was literally just talking to one of the guys today at work, and he literally just said that same comment that you just mentioned. I'm sorry that Ashlyn just mentioned also that, yeah, a couple of weeks ago we were considered as the heroes. We're out there on the front lines dealing with this whole pandemic that's going on. And then all of a sudden, then this happened, which, you know, which is a shame. It should have never happened to the gentleman, to George Floyd. It's an embarrassment to the rest of the police community out there that, you know, it's a shame. And it puts a lot of more pressure on us. So, yeah, 2 weeks ago, absolutely, yeah, we were considered the heroes. And 2 weeks later, now we're not. Everybody hates us. And it shouldn't be like that. I mean, I got so many stories I could sit here all night and share with people to understand that how important it is to have police officers out there. I read a comment last week saying, get rid of the police, get all first responders, have first responders show up. Well, who do you think the first responders are?
Exactly.
It's the police.
Don't get me started because I'm telling you, I went in on this. I went in on this one, bro. And you know, I'm from the hood. I'm not supposed to fuck with the police. Straight up. And I'm cool with the police in my area. The ones that used to chase me, that I outran. If you're watching right now, guys, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that they used to be me. I was young. I'm a lot slower now. but I'm not gonna break no laws. So, but no, straight up, man. I feel you. I feel you. But I gotta ask another question for both of you guys, right? Okay, so how do you feel, Augustine? How do you feel if you're driving and the police get behind you? How does it make you feel?
Not gonna lie, it still terrifies me to this day.
Can I ask you why?
When I was much younger, I lived in California, and my family moved around at Los Angeles consistently. And this was back in the early 90s to late 90s. And there were a few times where police would so we lived almost at the intersection of neighborhoods, and you'd have an area that's mostly of one culture and then another and then another. We'd be at the corner of it. The mix, all the mixed people would be kind of similar to each other. And the police would go through the neighborhoods basically rousting. So if you were out at around certain times a day and they just happened to be by, like myself and a cousin of mine were just walking to our uncle's house, and a squad car pulled up, and officers got out. They held us both right there for a few minutes, and my cousin was asking, "Can I ask what this is about? Like, we didn't do anything." Next thing you know, we're getting beat. And I was about 11, 10 years old. I didn't do anything wrong that I knew of, and I didn't understand because my parents were in between telling me that, if anything bad happens, go to the police if you see them, or call them on the brick. And
that's deep. That is deep. And I asked you that because you're a military man. I wanted to know how you felt. My man, Victor, how does that make you feel to hear that, man? And I have to ask this question on top of that, right? Being a police officer. Now, a lot of the questions that people ask in these comments and in my videos, because when I spoke about the police and spoke up for the police, they were like, why don't the police, say anything about their brothers when they do something wrong, if they're in the wrong? And I put a video out to you guys. I don't know if you managed to watch it. This is a message to all the police. If you get a chance to watch that video, bro, please do me a favor and watch it. It's a message to all the police across America. And it's a dope video. But how does that make you feel hearing what he said? And also, how do you feel, or have you experienced anything to where you were like in a position where you're like, fuck, I don't want to have to, report my guy, but at the same time, he's wrong.
No, see, I'm a different breed. I grew up in a not much of a crazy hood, but it was a hood, here in Jersey. So I mean, I have another story on that one too. But it all depends how you grow up. Like, you see different things, and especially you grew up in the hood, and you're trying to make that change, So he's I don't know how old he is, but I'm 42 years old. So I didn't experience any of that, stuff when I was younger. I seen a lot of crazy shit when I was younger.
Right.
But it's crazy. But there is a lot of change from that point of view back in the early 90s to where it is now because of everything that's happened in the past. So they do make changes on how police do their jobs.
Right.
But here in Jersey, it's very strict here in Jersey because every state is different. Some states are more lax than what we are over here. So you don't hear a lot of stuff. It's my opinion. You don't hear a lot of stuff coming out of Jersey because of the way we're trained here. And I back that up. I mean, we get some hard training here, and we do a lot of reform for what everybody's been talking about. So there is a lot of strict laws that we got to follow, and it puts us in a different position than what other states may see.
I get it, bro. I understand completely.
I have been profiled though. I have been profiled. I've been profiled as a cop too.
I was gonna ask you that. How do you feel? Like, have you been pulled over by other police officers, and when they get behind you, like, did you trip a little bit? Like, damn.
You get that question in a while. We get pulled over, and it's not that bad. They see our ID and stuff like that. Our Jersey cops are a little bit different than what other cops are in other states. They're more of a brotherhood here. But I was in my own neighborhood where I grew up at. I had in-laws there. I went to go see. Yeah, they live in a drug-infested area at the time. But I got pulled over for no reason. The dude pulled up next to me, didn't put his lights on or anything like that. I'm not going to name the town, but he pulled up on the side of me. I'm just getting out to go to the store, and he's like, "Get back in your car." I'm like, "I didn't do shit. What you pulling me over for?" He said, just get back in the car. So I showed him my police ID, and his jaw dropped. I'm like, "Okay, so now what's your answer? What you put me over for?" He goes, "Oh, I've never seen you before in this neighborhood before. I never seen your car." I said, "That is not a reason to pull me over."
Profile.
That's not a reason to pull me over.
You know that as a cop. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I told him, I said, "Get your shit and get out of here. You had no reason to pull me over." I said, "If I could have made his job a lot, his life a little harder at the time, but I'm not going to go through all that nonsense. I could take care of that on my own." I knew exactly what to tell him, what to say, and he beat feet.
I hear the street in you. hey,
Victor, I've got a question for you. How long have you been a police officer?
17 years.
A long time.
Long time.
Thank you for all that, honestly. But my question is, how much time do you have how much training do you receive in de-escalation versus
very good question.
That's
a great question.
Can train a perp, like you take a guy down. Like I see you're wearing a tap out shirt. So I mean, obviously you learn how to take people down and all that kind of stuff, right?
Uh-oh.
What about de-escalation?
All right. You know what it is? We have a lot of training here in Jersey. People may not understand that or may not see it. And if there's anybody in here from Jersey that's not a cop or something like that, but we do get a lot of training. We do in-service training once a year, but we also have a lot of training throughout the year. So de-escalation is part of one of our trainings. Learning how to deal with certain situations. Cash, you mentioned about somebody that has a disability.
Right.
So we have training on that, on a person who has psychological disabilities. We have our use of force here in Jersey is really strict. We have 5 steps before we have to get to that deadly force. We have to go by steps before we even have to think about deadly force.
I didn't know that.
Steps that we have to go by. And that's what a lot of people don't seem to understand, that the 5 steps that we have to take, when you're in that situation, you got to think quick. So with these politicians and people out here and just the citizens saying, you good?
I'm sorry. Yeah, no. I'm reading these comments right now. Atlanta's burning.
Wendy's, Atlanta. Yeah, there's
Wendy's. Wendy's in Atlanta. Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
I heard there's a boycott on Wendy's. I'm not sure what that was all about, but yeah.
It's because you got red hair. I know why.
That's a situation that happened last night. It was a cop-involved shooting last night in Atlanta. That's what I was reading earlier.
That's Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, Victor.
That's all right. So we have that training, and people don't seem to understand that. You have a guy that has a knife and pulls a knife out on you. Are you going to sit there and try to de-escalate the situation? Yeah, you have to. But come to a point, there's a deadly zone, and it's called 21 feet. If he's within that 21,
I'm aware of what you're talking about.
If he's within that 21 feet, that's the red zone. It's either life or death. The guy's coming after you. dealing with people with special needs, we have training for the de-escalation thing. Like I said before, you got to learn how to talk to people.
Exactly.
I would like to use the video Cash was referencing. I've actually seen that video, even though we've never talked about it. And you used the reference of a guy with a knife, and I get the 21 feet danger zone. I think, if a guy's within 21 feet with a firearm, yeah, it's a risk. If I'm 21 feet away from you with a knife, I'm pretty unlethal at that particular moment in time.
If you watch some of these videos, you will see how fast a guy will come after you with a knife before you even reach to your weapon. And that's.
But you carry a taser too, don't you?
In Jersey, we can. They just passed the law a few years ago that New Jersey can carry tasers. But even with that, we have to think and
feel like your life is on the line.
Yeah, before we can use our tasers. Now, if you spray somebody, you can't tase them because of the effects of the chemical agent with the pepper spray. So if you're going to spray the guy, you better not tase him. So
I didn't know that either.
The guy with the screwdriver that they ended up killing, that was, he had psychological issues. That's one of those situations where, like, why not just reach for the taser? I understand he was literally coming right at the police officer.
But that's one of them situations, Pat, where I would think it's like it goes into people, and that's where we're talking about the training and the different things that need to maybe happen within the police department. But it's not necessarily that he was a bad cop. I think that he just kind of, like he said, you're in the moment. You don't know. You see something shiny and silver, you got a call that this dude's going fucking nuts, and then he's coming at you. You could be a knife. You don't know. Boom. He ends up shooting the guy. It's fucking unfortunate. It is. It's really unfortunate. Does that mean that the dude's a horrible fucking guy? No. He made a mistake? Yes. Does he need more training? Yes. Should he have lost his job? Maybe. He's doing how he's been trained. So it's the training. It's not even all the police. It's the training that is received that needs to be changed up maybe a little bit. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they just need to have some tweaks and like some recertification or some shit. I don't know, but that's what the dialogue's for.
That's even if the police officers aren't even equipped with tasers. Also, I'm all for the tasers. I'm all for tasers. And yeah, absolutely. I would go for the. You would go. We would have to, if we're equipped with the tasers, you would have to take that next step. If you don't use pepper spray or use a baton to take down a subject, then yes, you're going to go to that. It's called a mechanical force. You're gonna go to that taser and go ahead and use it. But our mechanical force right now for certain departments is your pepper spray. After your pepper spray is your gun, it's your weapon.
That's the reason I bring it up, and it's something I'm passionate about. I had a very good friend of mine that was killed by two police officers that easily could have reached for their taser instead. And it wasn't. He wasn't. He got in a bar fight, sure. And he ran from the police because who wants to get in any trouble? But was it worth dying over?
And this is why I was saying before that New Jersey is more strict with the police officers on their use of force. A lot of guys will try to go hands-on or try to de-escalate that situation before they get to that next level. And you don't see a lot of it here in Jersey too often. And that's just my opinion from what I see here. Again, like I said, our training is a little bit more different than from anybody else's training. And I hear that from other officers from different states, how well our training is here in Jersey.
That's dope.
That's awesome. I mean, at least they're taking it serious, and the guys are doing a good job. And I know some of these are hard questions. I know some of these are hard questions, but at the same time, like it's awesome.
People need to hear it, and it's hearing from him, and that's really cool.
This is why I'm here, man. Try to answer some of these questions so people get a better understanding on my point of view. I could sit here all night and tell you different stories on situations I've been in. And just for people to think that you wanted to defund the police or you wanted to get rid of the police force, don't forget, there's other situations besides dealing with a subject. You got to deal with domestic violence. You gotta, that girl or guy is getting his ass kicked. You're gonna call a community service person out here if you don't have a police force. It drives me nuts, man.
I feel you. I'm with you. I got an idea. It's just an idea, but I think it's a good one. All right. I think that every American needs to take a fucking class on just how to be a decent enough person, how to just not beat the shit out of each other or kill each other or tear each other down. Like just communication skills, and that's for everybody. I don't give a damn if you're a cop or a gangbanger. We all need to have this damn class. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all it comes down to. 90%, 100% of these situations like that happen with the guy with the screwdriver or with George Floyd or with of the multitude of other people, right? This shit could have been a different way if we all communicate, if they just would have communicated better. Even traffic stops, people that get shot in traffic stops, the communication level of right when you come and approach the person's car and the person in the car, how you're going to receive this person when he comes. Don't be scared. Wait and fill it out and see if he's going to be a dick. And if you wait and fill it out and see if this guy's going to be a criminal, and then talk. And then when you both see that, no, we're both just Americans and we're both scared because I'm on my job and I don't want you to shoot me. And I'm a civilian in the car and I don't want you to shoot me. Let's just get this shit done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all attitude, all the way across the board with everyone, beyond police, beyond politics. Just when humans get together in their communities, it all comes down to just that, just how we communicate with each other. And
that's all it is, man. That's the bottom line. It comes down to communication and how you talk to people. You're going to get a better reaction out of somebody and more respect from somebody if you start talking to them with some type of decency. If you talk to somebody with the respect, you're going to get that respect level back.
You're definitely right. I agree. Yo, you guys, this has been dope. Yo, I would like for you guys to reach out, and maybe figure out how I could contact you guys directly. So when we do this again, it's a little more stable because this was spur of the moment. This wasn't planned and it just happened. And this is great. This is organic, it's dope as hell. But I would like to be a little more organized next time for when we do this because this is the conversations that need to be had. We got a person that serves in the military. We have a cop that serves out in the streets. And then you got a crazy dude like me. And then you have myself. Patrick, you're the crazy dude. Get it?
Yeah, I got it. Hey, just tell me who's got your back.
Cash, I'm gonna inbox you, Cash. If you see my inbox, I inbox you my phone number also. So if you had any questions, you give me a call for anything, man.
Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. And thank you so much for your service and taking the time out to jump on here and help educate people and give them a little more insight about cops, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to tell both of you guys, I really appreciate the work you do.
Love you guys, for
100%.
Thank you.
You have my complete support. I love you guys.
My son also serves in the Marine Corps right now too. So
that's dope.
God bless him.
Yeah, so he's seeing it on his side too, and I know the gentleman. I'm sorry, sir, I forgot your name, but
Augustine.
Augustine, okay. But Augustine, I appreciate you. Thank you for your service, also, man. And my dog.
Augustine, I've never seen another person sit so still for so long. That is impressive.
In the military, a lot of my time is taken up listening to someone who thinks they consistently know always what's right, but you have to sit perfectly.
People still jumping on? There's people still
You're
jumping
damn
on.
good at it, bro.
Hey, let me say one thing. I'm not perfect.
None of us are, brother. None of us are.
Nobody's perfect, man. We all make mistakes in life, son, but that's how we learn.
You know what? You're a big man for even saying that on here. First off, as a cop. Second off, as a man. Third off, as an American. This has been a great night. I appreciate everybody for joining us tonight here on Breaking the Barriers of Black and White. This is dope. Thank you guys so much. I hope to have you on again. And I know this shit went way longer than was expected. We got 2 hours in, okay? But it's been great. So thank you guys. All right. I appreciate you. I love you guys. We're signing up out of here.
Peace out.
I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon, Cash.
See y'all later.
Got you guys. Woo! What an explosive show. That was cool. Did not expect all of that to happen. man, dialogue, communication, all these things is key. If we're gonna have a better country and we're gonna break down these barriers, it has to be that. It has to. We have to learn how to talk, the hard talks. I'm sure that my man Victor was in the hot seat right now, right? And he handled that well. He handled it like an American. You feel me? He had a heart talking to everybody. He even at the end, you heard what he said, like, yo, we all make mistakes, bro. We're all human. And that's real. And that's what everybody needs to understand when you're talking about the cops, right? You're talking about police. You got to understand that we're all just humans. They're just humans, man. Everybody makes fucking mistakes. You don't crucify somebody for them. Now, some mistakes are worse than others. True enough. And that shit needs to be corrected. And I'm with that. Okay. But at the end of the day, we got to bridge the gap. And you heard the military guy. And then that's another thing. You know what I mean? Augustine, he's in the military. And he said he even gets nervous when the police get behind him. So any cops that's listening right now, I want you to take that in. A military man who done seen some things, man. He gets nervous when you guys get behind him. Not because he's scared that you guys are going to hurt him, in a physical way. Probably because he knows that he could lose his life. Because when he was a kid, he's seen some cops do some fucked up things. And that's another point I want to hit at. All right, from where I'm from, when you deal with the police, we've seen police do some things. You know, they weren't a friend. Some were officer friendlies and they're dope. But then you got to remember, these people, you deal with the lower income communities like myself's community. We see murders. We see people's bodies laid out on the street. So just like the police can have PTSD and a military man can have PTSD, okay? How many people in the hoods got PTSD from things that we done dealt with, you know? And that's something that doesn't get talked about. We all need work. We all need work, okay? All of us. We all got work to do. We all need some help internally. We're so angry. Everybody's so angry at the next person, and no one's trying to understand why they're angry or why they're angry at the next person. Where's this shit coming from? We need to get it, okay? I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of this. And I can't wait till next time. It's going to be a little better, a little more solid format, okay? I promise. I'm going to get it together. Love you guys. You have a great day. And we are off.